Hey everyone, and welcome. Today we're diving into a really cool and honestly, a pretty simple idea. The idea that everything, and I mean everything, from tiny numbers all the way up to our biggest life goals, can be understood if we just have the right model. So let's jump in and see how this all connects.
You know, what's really cool about this explainer is where it comes from. It's based on this book, Math and Science, written by a team called Rishi and Daddy. And that direct, almost family-like approach is what makes these huge ideas feel so much more, human and fun to get into. All right, so let's start with the big one, the core concept that really holds all of this together. This deep connection between math, science, and, well, the world all around us. So here's the fundamental idea, and it's actually beautiful in its simplicity. Math isn't just a bunch of random rules we have to memorize. No, it's the language, it's the model we use to describe and understand science. And science? Well, science is our best model for describing how the real, physical world actually works. It's like a chain, you see? Each link is a model of the one before it. Okay, so if math is a language, then like any language, it's got to have its own vocabulary, right? Its own grammar. So let's look at some of the most basic building blocks and see how they help us talk about just everyday stuff. The source gives us this super simple real-world problem. You've got two kids, you want to give them 3 chocolates each. Now, sure, you could count them out one by one, but there's a much cleaner, much more elegant way to figure this out. And this is where that language of math really starts to flex its muscles. And boom, here is that mathematical model in action. Instead of all that tedious counting, we just use one simple operation, multiplication. 2 kids times 3 chocolates equals 6. It's fast, it's efficient, and it perfectly models what's happening in reality. And this right here, this is the secret behind it all. Multiplication isn't some crazy new idea. It's just a brilliant shortcut for doing addition over and over again. I mean, doing 2 times 3 is just way faster than saying 3 plus 3. It's this core principle, building powerful tools out of simple ones, that really is the bedrock of all of mathematics. Now, using these simple tools allows us to model wildly different kinds of change in the world. As the source points out, there's a massive difference between something that inches up slowly and steadily and something that just explodes, something that grows or shrinks rapidly. Let's take a look at what that actually means. And check this out. Our mathematical toolkit has this perfect, beautiful symmetry to it. Every single action has an equal and opposite reaction. You've got addition, and it's perfectly balanced by subtraction. You've got multiplication, and it's perfectly balanced by division. They're like 2 sides of the very same coin. And together, they give us the power to build things up and to break them back down. Okay, so now that we've got our basic toolkit, addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division, we can start to actually model the patterns of growth that we see happening all around us every single day. So here we see the 2 heavy hitters when it comes to growth. On one side, you have arithmetic progression, or AP. This is all about addition. It creates that slow, steady, predictable change. Think about getting the exact same $2,000 raise every year. You know what to expect. But then you have geometric progression, or GP. This is built on multiplication, and this is where things get absolutely explosive. Think about compound interest on your savings, or how a population can just skyrocket. One is a straight line, the other is a rocket ship. And this is where our source takes a really fascinating leap. The argument is, if we can create these powerful models for how money or populations grow in the world, then why can't we create a model for growth in our own lives? I mean, can we actually build a formula for achieving our goals? And here it is. Here is that model, a step-by-step path to getting results. It all starts with vision, knowing exactly what you want to achieve. That clear vision then helps you make the big decisions. Those decisions then start to shape your daily habits. And here's the key part. Those consistent habits, over time, they form your core values, what you really truly stand for. And in the end, it's those deep-seated values that drive your final results. It's an incredible chain reaction. And this quote it nails why that very first step, having a clear vision, is absolutely everything. When you are totally locked in on a goal that you care about, the hard work doesn't feel like a punishment. It feels like purpose. It means a strong why can get you through pretty much any how. So we've seen how math can be a model for the entire universe. And we've seen how a simple framework can be a model for personal success. It really all boils down to the power of having a clear model to guide you. And that leaves us with just one final, pretty big question. What's the model for your life?